You're breathtaking.
Serious. What is your deep dark secret that you need to let off your chest? Genuinely feel alone in the world. Don't feel like I connect with any of my peers or coworkers. Don't get invited out to social gatherings, or have anyone randomly text or call to do something. Half of it's intrusive thoughts. Half was a series of life events that changed my normal life significantly. I tried to kill myself by cutting my throat during a psychotic episode. I now have quite a prominent scar across my neck and only my immediate family know how I got it. Otherwise, I tell people it was a gardening accident. I haven't told anyone the real cause as I'm afraid of the stigma associated with psychotic illness. I am a single late 20s guy and I sometimes wonder if all my parents and friends stopped talking to me if I would really care. I have a successful and positive life, but if I give myself 10 minutes alone with my thoughts, I am succumbed into the deepest and darkest possible confusion about life that my mind can comprehend, and I feel that I lose touch with reality more every day, and I'm worried that soon I will lose my mind without any control. I've been sober for 2 years and I pretend to think life is way better, but in reality it sucks to not have a go device. I don't want to put people off sobriety or make my loved ones worry about relapse, so I don't share how much I fantasize about being able to use drugs or alcohol to check out. I'm a parent, midlife, and most of the time I'm just grinding it out. Yes, exercising helps, but it's just another freaking thing on my to-do list. I am happy for people who don't feel this way, but I would love to meet another person in recovery who agrees that it sucks to not have any chemical options and that being present in every freaking mundane aspect of your life isn't necessarily a treat. I don't love sobriety. I'm doing it because I have a family and my responsibilities there trump everything else. Not being a shit parent is worth it all, but it still sucks. After finding out I was infected with HIV as a child right before I turned 15, I suppressed every bit of my sexuality when I'm around other people to the point that even the thought of kissing someone gives me tremendous anxiety. Now that I've started working on those issues, along with my almost 20-year marriage ending, I'm terribly afraid I'm going to die sad and alone. I'm really bad at forming bonds with people. I might act like I care about people, but deep down, I just want to be left to myself. I have to act like I belong with the people around me when I clearly don't. I feel like I'm just cheating everyone around me. Who I am is a facade. I genuinely don't know who I am. I'm legit just an empty shell. I become the person people want me to be. I don't trust my girlfriend. It's not her fault, and she's always been great to me. My last serious relationship was 4 years long and absolutely horrible. I was treated like shit and cheated on, and now I can't trust my current girlfriend just because I'm fricked up. It leaves me constantly anxious and worrying, and I know that it's not their fault, so I just have to deal with it. I'm not happy. I haven't been for months, and I feel too powerless and afraid to change anything. I sort of just hope everything stops. I just want a do-over on my life. I don't feel happy where I am, even though I know a lot of people would kill to be in my position, and I feel like an ungrateful pain in the ass because of it. It will be a few more years before I can realistically change the way my life is, but it doesn't feel like it will be enough at this point. I just want to start over. That I've been lying to everyone the past several months that I've gotten better. Don't get me wrong, I drink less, but still a lot. Barely made it out of bed the past 3 weeks. Just incredibly isolating. I'll live. How about you up? My ability to empathize with others is almost non-existent. When I'm in a situation where everyone else around me is crying, their emotion doesn't rub off on me at all. I'm more stressed about trying to make myself appear just as sad as them than the actual situation causing the sadness for others. I'm scared of the real me. I'm not an angry person generally. I rarely get mad at things. I'm not a violent guy. The few times I have gotten legitimately angry, or even just irritated, I've been told by people it genuinely scared them. Hearing that cut deep. I hate knowing that I've genuinely made people afraid. I think about killing myself every day. I didn't know until recently that other people don't think this way. It's not an act of suicidal ideation. It's more like I know I can always count on it as an option if things get too hard. I have an eating disorder I've managed to hide from people for 8 years. Sometimes I forget it's not normal. Deep down inside, I'm actually a horrible person. I just behave myself and do what I need to do in order to fit in. I genuinely don't feel like there is a place for someone like me in our society, though. I have really bad intrusive thoughts. I'm trying to get a new therapist because I just moved, but my intrusive thoughts are why I really never want to live in another place with a balcony, not because I'm afraid of heights. I have OCD and bipolar too. I have been diagnosed, have been in therapy and on medication for over a year, and am seeking a new therapist right now. I recently moved. Intrusive thoughts are absolutely normal, but it also depends on the scale of them and how they're affecting you. If they're causing you a lot of distress, you may want to talk to somebody about it. I've been pretty close to ending my life. Not once, but twice. I luckily don't have suicidal thoughts anymore. Something I do have now though is an illness which is deadly, so I am slightly scared and all. This don't really that deep or dark, but at one point in my life, I was a really horrific person. I was angry and violent and I hated everyone, including my family. It was at this point of my life when I was the reason my mom wanted to kill herself. I look back and think what an awful person I was. I don't even think she told me this personally. I'm pretty sure I heard her talking to my sister. It makes me really guilty to know I could have been the cause of that. I haven't forgiven myself for it, and I never will. I battle against suicidal thoughts daily, but I put on a practice smile and pretend everything is fine. If it gets to the point where I can't even fake a smile, I just tell people that I'm a bit down, or having some minor negative thoughts. Honestly, if it wasn't for the fact that I know that my little sister needs me, I doubt I would be here today. I have feelings for my old best friend, F, and I am too afraid to tell her because I don't want to risk our friendship even though the friendship is nearly dead. These feelings have been there for the past 2 years and it hurts now. Throw away for obvious reasons. I'm living with an STD that I'm too scared to tell anyone about. I was too stupid to get help and start managing it, and I've lost the will to live or better myself in any way. This has slowly been destroying my relationships with my family and friends as I seclude myself more and more. Now I'm about to get kicked out of my place with no job, skills, or money. I'm out of place, constantly. Even the things I love, I feel out of place doing. People take one look at me and smile awkwardly to ease the tension. They think that my injuries make me stupid. They throw subtle insults at me because they think that I'm their punching bag and will do it willingly. In reality, I'm not dumb. I know what you're thinking or feeling just by the look on your face or by the way you shake my hand. I know that you're probably disgusted by my appearance. And I know that you're going to find the quickest way out of wherever we are so as to text your friends about the weirdo you just found. I've tried making friends. However, I can only do so online because we live in a world where appearance is everything. So I continue to be the nicest person I can be as long as there's a barrier between our faces. As long as you can't see me, you can see who I am on the inside. I'm working on my master's degree in law. I've wanted to become a lawyer ever since I was a kid. It's really freaking hard and sometimes I fantasize about quitting, moving back to my small hometown, buying a deep fryer and getting a job at the local supermarket. No more expectations, no more pressure. I wouldn't do it, but God, sometimes I really want to. Throw away because my husband knows my real account. I regret having a kid. My son is a really awesome kid, but I feel like a terrible mother. I have constant anxiety. I feel like I'm constantly angry. I'm constantly stressed. I feel like I have to be perfect for my son all of the time. I constantly feel guilty for everything. On top of that, I hate making dinner every night and trying to give my kid healthy variety. I'm lucky he isn't a picky eater. I hate that I have to ask him a question 4 or 5 times before he will answer it. He is 2, almost 3. I miss my free time. I miss being able to go out and do things without having to pack a huge bag of crap to keep my kid entertained. In the past few months, I have started to think my kid would be better off without me, that I should pack a bag and disappear. At least then he wouldn't grow up with a mother who is angry and yells all the time. But I won't leave. I love my kid and I live for those moments where he is just so sweet or makes me laugh that I can't imagine leaving him. I've had depression for the past 7 years, but have nobody to tell because I just don't feel like I have a close enough relationship with them. The only 2 people I trusted enough to tell found a way to blame me for all their issues and cut me out of their lives completely. Now I go through stages of utter depression, and then other stages of depression because I feel guilty for feeling this way. And then to top it off, another wave because of the thought that if my mother knew, it'd tear her apart, and that's something that would push me over the edge. It's not much of a secret because I've told a few people, but I was sexually assaulted by my best friend at a sleepover when I was 11 and I haven't really healed since. I'd like to say thanks to everyone who responded. You've all been really nice and helpful, and I feel very happy to be part of this community. I am married with 2 kids and am generally happy. I have some leftover friends I see occasionally and have a brother I see sometimes. Other than that, I no longer really have friends, and definitely don't have a best friend. I'm 31 and I feel like I don't know how I would make a new friend or even if I could at this point. I'm not lonely because I have my wife and kids, but sometimes I miss having another guy to talk to who can relate to the same issues I have in life. Finally found a girl with the exact same personality, similar life experiences, same interests not just in hobbies but also studies. The worst part? She's all the way in Canada and I'm in C. It feels really bad that life threw me some hope in me finding my partner, but that hope is like crossing a galaxy. I was raped the weekend before boot camp. and I got a UTI from it. The first week of boot camp was me in severe pain and completely mentally unstable. Having drill instructors tell me I should have been swallowed and that I'm disgusting pushed me over the edge. I told my SDI and went home for failure to adapt. I gave up the career I wanted because of it. My parents thought I was just a failure. No one but those drill instructors know the truth. The man who raped me is also an instructor and would have been my superior officer had I chose to stay in. Military men are cool. I'm gay. Not just gay. I'm mega gay. I haven't come out to my parents cause they are very not allowing of my opinions to be expressed. I just want to tell someone, but the only people that I'm comfortable with that know are my friends. Probably because most of them are queer in some way. And everyone at my school. Shit spreads fast. And we are done bitches. Please subscribe if you liked the video. It really helps the channel to grow. See you again.